Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Shahadan bin Yaman. My ID student 202001218 DHMWL. We are from group 4L2G. Our topic is nuclear disarmament. So starting from me, I will present about introduction of nuclear disarmament. What is nuclear disarmament? Nuclear disarmament is a process taken to reduce and eliminate nuclear weapons and ensure that every country does not develop these nuclear weapons. Nuclear weapons are a dangerous weapon, that is a weapon that gets a nuclear reaction and has great destructive power. This nuclear weapon is capable of destroying a city with just one explosion. Among the early movement that carried out the movement for nuclear disarmament was in Japan in 1955, which formed a Japanese Council against atomic and hydrogen bombs. In addition, the British were also one of the first organizations to create a campaign to tackle the development of nuclear weapons in 1958. And the last were the women in the United Americans, known as the Women's Strike for Peace in 1961, where more than 50,000 women marched in cities across the country. The campaign efforts have borne fruit in which countries have signed various international agreements and agreements to reduce or stop the use and manufacture of such weapons to prevent a nuclear weapon war. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Ashira binti Yahya. My ID student 202001192 DHM WBL. So I will present about reason of nuclear disarmament. Firstly, because of the welfare of the people. As we can see, nuclear weapons are very dangerous because they consist of radioactive material such as gamma rays and neutrons that can cause death and disease. Secondly, because nuclear will destroy the environment including flora and fauna. It is because 1/3 of the explosive energy was released in the form of thermoelectronic. This thermoelectronic can produce very high temperature and it waste very fast. Third, to reduce the operation of new developing countries. When powerful countries bomb those not powerful countries, their country's economy will collapse because all the things they tried to do were destroyed and their people also miserable because lose job and possibly lose land. Lastly, nuclear disarmament also assists to reduce environmental pollution. This environmental pollution include air pollution and water pollution. Air pollution occurs because of thick smoke emitted by nuclear atomic bombs that containing various types of harmful radioactive substances. So that's all reason why world need nuclear disarmament.
Hello, my name is Mujahid from Diploma in Hotel Management. My student ID is 202001221 DHMWBL. Now, I want to explain about negative effect of nuclear disarmament if it does not occur. The most toxic weapon on Earth are nuclear weapons. Only a single nuclear explosion can kill 1 billion people in the world. If there is no nuclear disarmament, it will cause people and the world a lot of problems. The dilemma we might describe is nuclear waste. Waste produced by nuclear reactor has remained radioactive for tens to hundreds of thousands years. There is no alternative to how long-term storage is for hazardous, and most are stored in the temporary building on situated in the field. This plant is running out of storage capacity, so the nuclear industry is transitioning to alternative form of storage. Moreover, nuclear proliferation will be one of the repercussions if there is no nuclear disarmament. Nuclear fuel and technology are being available globally. Furthermore, is national security. An attack can cause a major explosion, position a high-risk population center, and as well as leak hazardous radioactive material into the atmosphere and surrounding areas. The last one is nuclear accident, as well as the danger of terrorist acts. Human error and natural hazard can be also result in risky and expensive events. A tragedy at Ukraine in Chernobyl in 1986 killed 30 workers in the earlier blast and affected thousands of people in Russia and Eastern Europe on their health. And that's all for me.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Rashid. My number ID is 2020.10196.HM-WBL. My subtopic today is the importance of nuclear disarmament. First important is to prevent other national from experiencing disaster happening in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In the United States, women learn the Women's Strike for Peace demonstration, in which more than 50,000 women marched in cities across the country. And the women seeks to bring more women voice to the issue. Second important is to slow down or stop the use and manufacture of nuclear weapons. As a result of the movement, countries signed various international treaties and agreements to slow down or stop the use and manufacture of nuclear weapons. The agreement allows 5 countries with nuclear weapons, such as the United States, the Russian Federation, the United Kingdom, France, and China, to maintain the device, but does not train it in non-nuclear country. Third important is to reduce world spending on nuclear weapons and stop it altogether. Paris-based organization Global Zero has developed an action to reduce world spending on nuclear weapons and stop it altogether. The organization holds conference, organizer call it Campus Center, and sponsor documentary support for disarmament. Last important is to create a world free from nuclear weapons. Malaysia is a country that will continue to work with the stater party to ensure that nuclear disarmament remain a priority in realizing the goal of a world free from nuclear weapons. That's all for me.
Hi, my name is Nurizatusna binti Bakti and my student ID is 2020.10.215.HMWBL. So, this video I want to show you about the effectiveness method of nuclear disarmament. Among the ways that effective nuclear disarmaments are reduced with no first use, the manufacture of nuclear weapon has its own function. It is to prevent nuclear attacks from other countries. Therefore, with the policy of no first use, the United States will promises not to be the first of use nuclear weapon, no matter what happens. By doing that, it can reduce the risk, and maybe after disarmament, there will be no more attacks between countries. Next, must have source authority. The source authority's control system is known as a system that functions automatically or with independent power. Therefore, other than countries that want to launch the nuclear weapon, no one can stop or block the launch order. Besides, implement smarter spending. The activity of investing money with such great effort should not be done as it will bring harm in the future. For example, it can encourage other countries to make or build their weapons that are more capable, more stable, and more sophisticated to participate in wars or arms races between countries. That's why smarter spending is very important. For example, we need to eliminate some nuclear weapons such as the United States, then repair the remaining weapon, and if necessary, by that country. Lastly, implement international agreement. Implementing international agreement can be great concerning formal understanding or commitment between two or more countries. So, to nuclear disarmament and to reduce any risk of a nuclear war occurring, it will require internal policy change in all countries, as well as ratified cooperation and agreement between them. Thank you, that's all for me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Atif Aiman bin Nurizan. My student ID is 2020-01195-MWPL. Today I want to talk about conclusion of nuclear disarmament. Nuclear weapons are extremely lethal and can wipe out life on the earth. Have actually worked as a deterrent to full-scale wars. We have seen 2 world wars, and the second one come with an end with a nuclear bomb being dropped by the USA in Japan. Since then, we haven't seen any open full-fledged war, not because there have been no tension among the country and we all are living happily, but because of the reason that most of the developed and developing countries have nuclear arms. We have already seen the catastrophic effect it had on Japan, and with time we have developed ever more powerful weapons which can be fired from land, air or sea. Predictions are that the next nuclear explosion can wipe out life on Earth. We have entered an era of globalization where we have to deal with global problems. No single country can completely solve them. We need to understand this fact and cooperate with each other with justice, negotiation and maturity to save our beautiful planet Earth. That's all from our group. I hope you guys enjoy watching our video. Thank you.